we had a good practice. We were just in Helmets today and going corrections over Friday night's game, and then working hard on Nebraska. So that's kind of what we did today in practice. A lot of special teams.
Your overall impressions as you went back and watched, and I know you like to grade the film a little bit.
Yeah, we did some good things. I felt like that. We had a few substitution errors that happened on special teams that we got to correct. And then, I didn't review with them well enough. Nobody calls a timeout but me in that punt situation, because they wouldn't think that timeout could hurt us in other situations. So we reviewed different things like that. I felt like also that we on defense, there was a couple things we could have done better on some rush lanes, kind of let the quarterback get outside a few times. That's going to happen every once in a while, but I thought our pressure was good there. I thought our defensive line played stout. I thought our offensive line played well, picked up a lot of different things they were trying to do. I thought our receivers on the perimeter blocked the best they've ever blocked since I've been here, and that allowed a lot of those big plays to happen. Of course, the guys make great runs and all that, but there wasn't 5 guys closing in, there was 1, or 2, which makes a huge difference. So I thought that was excellent. I thought Stephen did a good job of knowing right where to go with the ball and understood his decision making, which was good.
KD was pretty impressive in that regard, wasn't he? KD was pretty impressive with blocking.
Yeah, I think KD made some good blocks. Juwan, they all did. Jay made some really good blocks, and LaVisca made some good blocks. They all did back there. I thought they did a good job of helping each other out there on the perimeter.
With Nebraska's game getting canceled, is that a positive or a negative for you guys?
I guess it's both in a way. They haven't played a game yet, so I think that gives us a little bit of an advantage playing. The other side of it, we've never seen them play at Nebraska. Everything's from Central Florida, so that's all we've watched is Central Florida film and some of their spring game. So I was hoping to get a little film on them. So they got a little film on us on some different things that we're doing. But overall, we'll go out there and play, and should be fine going into it.
How much will you play up the Nebraska rivalry? Will you have former players come in and talk to the team?
We don't have to play it up at all. Everywhere they go, they hear it. They see it, they hear about it. People talk about it. They're excited about playing in this game, and it's going to be a lot of fun for us to play in it. So they do know there's a rival. They've always known it's a rivalry. Anybody that's ever worn red around here, they hear about it. So they understand the rivalry of Nebraska.
The fans obviously have more passion about this than, because these guys have never experienced a rivalry, and there's a lot of fans that have been waiting for this game for a long time. And so
the last time we played was when again?
2010.
2010. So most of these kids were in 4th and 5th grade. So it's hard for them to really comprehend all of that. Of course, I remember watching it growing up. I remember all the things about it. But they do know it's a big game. They do understand. They hear about it all the time. But as far as them growing up watching it, neither of the Nebraska kids.
Right.
So I think I think it's pretty new on both sides as far as the kids playing in it.
How much have you heard from fans all off season about this game?
Every day, just like I do about the CSU game. Almost every day. Beat Nebraska or beat the Rams or whatever. So you kind of hear about it quite often.
How do you prepare for that environment you guys are going to face?
Well, it's all about in between the white lines. It's all about us playing in between the white lines. The environment's going to be exciting, but when you get out there on the field, you just play. And so that's what they got to understand. And I think they'll handle all that fine. We've played in some tough places, and so it'd be exciting for them to go there and play. And it's a big Power 5 game, national television. And those are the things that both teams' kids dream about playing in. And kicked off in the afternoon like it should be. And so I think it's a fun thing to happen.
Just talked to Darren Hagler, and he played at Michigan a couple of years ago, and he said that's exactly what you said. He said once it gets in between the white lines, you kind of tune everything out. Is that the message that you want your kids to have?
I believe every competitor does that. When they get out there, between the white lines, they just start playing.
Jacob Callier, we saw him go out end of the first half. How's he doing?
Fine. He's doing fine. He should be ready to go. He was out there moving around today to see how everything progresses as the week goes along. But it looks like he should be able to play. I won't know until later in the week.
Any other injuries off of that game?
No, there's not any other ones that won't be playing in the game. that's questionable, like his situation.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks guys.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.
appreciate it.